Wow, wasn't that a great nature walk that we just took outside? It was great to see all of you with your magnifying glasses out and pausing to document what you saw, what you've observed, what you wondered in your notebook today. All throughout this week, we'll be taking nature walks outside and bringing our tools with us. So kudos to everyone for coming back in with their knapsack that included your notebook, your pencil, and of course your magnifying glass. I want to invite you to take out your notebook so you can remind yourself some of the things that you documented in your field journal. We know that some scientists are those that study the outdoors, and these are the tools they use along with their mind and their questions in order to learn more about the world around them. If you remember from our reading today, hiking trail, one of the words that we read and lifted as a vocabulary word was the word trail. I have it displayed here on our screen. A trail is a path or track through nature. When I read the word trail, I see that it starts with a T, and T makes the sound T. Will you do that with me? T. The next word is R. R makes the sound R, like rope. I can see the word and the picture rope on our alphabet chart. T, R. And then in the middle, I see an A and an I. And together in this word, they make the sound A. T, R, A. And at the end, what's that letter? Will you help me? Ah, yes, that's an L. Oh, let's put it together. T, R, A, O. Blend it together. Trail. Yes, a trail is a path or track through nature. And that's what we're going to be writing about today. You can see on our screen that we're going to think about what we did outside. There's the tree. Then we're going to think about what we saw with our magnifying glasses and our eyes. And we're going to transfer that to do some writing. So I invite you to open up your notebook and remind yourself, what are the things that you drew, you sketched, maybe wrote down some words or letters about what you saw? Take a moment to look at your notebook. I'm going to get my paper ready. And together, we're going to be thinking about making a trail for someone else who might want to visit the same place that we did. And what kind of map or path through nature can we make that would help them? All right, as you thought about your path or trail through nature based on what you saw, because remember, we're looking at those interesting things that folks might want to stop and look at. We most likely are not going to include everything on our trail map. Just like in the book Hiking Trail, they use some clues or trail markers to help them know where they were going. So I'm going to use this space as my map. And I think at the top, I'm going to label it map. I could put trail map. What would make more sense? Yes, you're right. It's not just a map, it's a trail map. So I think I'm going to put trail map. Let's see, I'll need 2 lines. Trail, that's one word, and map, that's another. I know we just saw that word. Looking at our alphabet chart and thinking with your strong minds, would someone be able to help me write that T? Thinking about our alphabet chart, we know that T, there it is. T, like in tree. T. Let's see. Jamal, would you come up and write the T for us? And this time, if you're able, we are going to make it a capital letter because it's a title. All right, give it a try. Yep, we're going to share the pen. All right. Thank you for that T, Jamal. All right. I hear the R. I'm going to put the R up there. Use blue when I write. A. And I remember that this time that A sound had an A and an I. Ooh, I hear the L at the end. Sarah, do you want to come up and write the L for us? All right. Yeah, let's use the green marker. Okay. All right. Thank you, Sarah. All right, so we have trail, and now I'm going to write the word map. Will you break apart those sounds with me? I hear the M at the beginning. Beckett, would you come up and make the M for us? Let's share the pen or the crayon. And because it's a title, if you're able, let's try to make it a capital M. All right, here you go, Beckett. There we go. So he's going to start on the line. He's going to go up with the stick. He's going to bring another one down. Just like a mountain, he's going to go back up. And he's going to come back down. Thank you, Beckett. I hear the A. Let's see. Yep. A. This time like an apple. We know that A can make two sounds, right? A like apple or A like ape. This time it's an A. There we go. And what else sound? What might you hear at the end? A. Let's take a look at our alphabet chart. Let's see if we can find it. Yes. P, like porcupine. Lily, do you want to come up and write our P for us? Yeah, let's grab a red marker. Okay. Yep, it's going to start with this long stick down. And then it's going to curve around. You got it. Thank you, Lily. All right. So the title of my writing today is going to be Trail Map, because I'm going to make a map, or at least start a map, showing the trail that we took on our nature walk outside. In a moment, you're going to have a chance to do that too. So I'm just going to get started here to give you an idea of how you might approach this writing, and then I'll pause so that you have time to write. Okay, so when I think about my trail map, I think about, I'm going to use this whole space for that outdoor space we explored, so I can't make any spot too big. I think what I might do is I might start here in the corner. I'm going to make a rectangle here, a triangle on top. I'm going to put this as our kind of our starting place, because we started inside the school and then we went out the door. So let's see, I probably want to make sure I label things, because if someone else is looking at this, they are going to want to know what my drawing is, because maybe to me, I know what it is. But if someone else looked at my trail map, they perhaps would be unsure. So I'm going to label this school. And maybe you'll want to do that too. That are two O's. And then that ends just like trail, school. They both end with the L. Right. So school, there we go, is one word. And that's where we started. Now, what I'm going to do to show the route or the trail that we took, I'm going to draw some dashes. Now, before I make any more dashes, I'm going to pause and look at my notebook and remind myself, what are some things that I saw and where would they be in the space here? Because remember, my map represents that whole space that we explored, so I can't make anything too big. You take a look at your notebooks. What's the first things that we saw when we left the school? And while you're looking, I'm going to draw the parking lot over here, because I know that we went around the parking lot, didn't we? There we go. All right, so there's my parking lot. And parking lot is actually two words. Parking lot. And then lot. Let's see. Can someone help me write the word lot? Let's start with that first sound we hear. Oh, let me look at my alphabet chart. Like lemon. Oh. All right, Latoya, would you come up and write the word, or excuse me, the first letter of lot, that L? Yes, thank you. All right, grab the crayon. There we go. The great L. Oh, You're right. O can make a few sounds, can it, class? Yep, this time like octopus. All right, John, come on up. Will you write the O for us? Yep, let's use a different color crayon. There we go. I hear, you got it, just like in trail, the T at the end. All right, here we go. Smith, would you come up and add the T? There we go. Grab the green. All right, thank you. Absolutely, it's okay to use a capital T. Right? Okay. So when I think about my trail map, I know that I came out of the school and I'm showing the dashes to show where we went. We went past the parking lot. And then what did you all find in your notebook? What did you notice? You're right. I remember we went behind the school and then we saw that large oak tree. Janet, would you perhaps want to draw the oak tree? I see in your journal, you have a pretty detailed tree there with the trunk and the, yep, grab those two crayons. All right, well, Janet does the illustration, the sketch for our tree. There she goes, she's gonna give it a little color. Okay, be looking at your journal. What's one more thing that we saw? Yep, oh yeah, absolutely, Janet, yep, make it big because we have lots. There were lots of leaves there. We were amazed at how big it was. All right. Hey, tree. Tree. Tree is one word. You got it. I had to put my label here. Now I could put oak tree, but I think for right now I might just put tree. So I'm going to pause there in this modeling, but you'll notice that what I'm doing is I'm sharing the pen and applying some interactive writing strategies where I'm inviting the students to write letters after we think about the sounds. I'm also referencing our alphabet chart. And I'm going to try to keep my modeling to a minimum because I want the kids to get an idea that one, the map needs to represent that whole space. This may mean that kids might need to give it a go a few times, but if they're writing in their composition notebooks and they open up the book that displays both sides, certainly encourage them to use both sides. They have a larger space. Or if you're using paper, you know, we might need a few sheets, but the idea is for them to not only think about the type of writing, which in this case is a map, a trail map, but to think about that it's representing a whole space and to think of a little bit of that spatial reasoning as far as how much space to use. We also really want to encourage them to apply a label. So whether that label is a word like mine or it's a letter, we want to engage them where they're at and have them reference their alphabet chart. If you haven't already printed alphabet charts, but you're able to, that would be great for kids to have side by side next to them, just as I was referencing mine. In reality, I would have my poster right next to me or even display the alphabet chart on the screen digitally, if that was a better view for kids. But when they write, we would want to see the alphabet chart next to them if that's available to you. If not, reach out to Melissa Wilson and she will do her best to print alphabet charts for you.